stuff for people. Very nice.
Okay. Okay.
Pleasure. This I will take inside again. Once the government is over and starting to rebuild a few parts, but most of it is 40 years of neglect, wanton neglect, not just neglect, but wanton neglect where they wanted it destroyed. It's a history. So this I'll come and display. Please come. Here the students of the sun god. So the sun has accepting the sun's grace, and of course Lord Krishna then brought in by devotee. The Shiva Shakti here is a very unique conceptualization which is, as in all cultures, the place of worship was always the tallest building. So we could go to the top of the tower nowadays. Then he challenges Shakti that, I can dance, can you? You cannot. And she says, if you can do it, I can do it better. So, the original feminist earring has fallen down and uses his toes to pick it up. And she doesn't want to do it out of modesty. And she says, okay, fine, you will fight. Ah becomes the first sound from which all creation is. And so here, Swamiji wanted that the water is there. Around this did become a controversy at one time with some people wanting the government to pull it down and others. But thankfully, better sense prevailed in that Gita Di. Yes, the Gita Ashram, Savona, Puja, which is Indian ashram transplanted in Italy. And he runs the... Get come, man. Really? If you all just line up here, these are the Bhakti lineage. And here their contribution, the first one is the ladies. You're getting a video. Kambaliswamy. And so this was one of the... There was never a zoo in Pondicherry. The closest was what we had here. So we had a lot of geese in here. So the geese were our watch people. The moment somebody comes in the door, they start honking. This crazy noise. So in all of Swamiji's classes, students had to learn to do pratyahara from the geese, learn to swim here. And this on Sundays, this would be filled with thousands of kids running around, yoga, music, dance, and a beautiful meal like we'll have later today. Of course. Yeah, I get it. Hello? Yes. So here we have conceptualization, and so he centers the whole Madam. And then around Kambaliswamy Samadhi, the rest of them have been built up. Veda itself is using the term Desika. Desika means Paradesi, which is also an abusive term, but it means you homeless nomad. Paradesi means a nomad basically. Have photos and images, and Kambaliswamy and I sat together and we worked out what it could be like and created these statues, and it was actually inaugurated on around my 50th birthday, so that's also quite some time ago now. And so this is what Kambaliswamy, so these are what we have conceptualized them. He was a Digambari, he never wore clothes, but he was given the blanket, so he has a blanket next to him. Digambari. Now Digambari is a very beautiful concept because it means that you have let go of your attachments for like 9 months and left the body because the pressure was so much. Huge pressure. This is why here with my daughter we have some very interesting stories. She doesn't like me to tell you stories. And one of his disciples, because he also ran another ashram, And they knew him personally, so whenever they come, they get mad at me. They're like, he wasn't like this. I'm like, well, all the photos have him like ash with the herbs, and that he would apply on his body. But it is amazing actually, the person who do you contact, who will help the madam, who will not help the madam. Shankar gave you a lot, and he lived to be 96, which is not a bad age to live to, and numbered. So we have a 60-year cycle in Tamil culture. 60 years, like the Chinese have the year, and they have anniversary actually. So the Sri Mukha, can you let them find a way for it? And if they don't want us here, that's also fine, no problem. I'll come and say hi to the viewers once in a while and keep fighting. Yeah, you would put your energy to much better use. The way my father had to fight, my mother had to fight. Which is why even with Ammaji there's a struggle, because where do we place her in it? Because she don't want the next group, the next layer, the next generation to develop. But sending Ananda instead. So here I was in my early 30s. Everybody else on the committee is in the late 60s or 70s. So I'm always this kid in the room that nobody wants to take. Sundays, maybe Sundays I don't come. He comes and does puja. Now he grew into it. So you need to be trained in it. So I've been doing the puja at that time, which is why I thank those two people. Then by the time I completed school, I was like, I want to study with you. So I wrote to him. And he wrote back, he said, I'm very happy that you want to. And for 2 years I was in ICYR, stayed downstairs like any other student and studied with him for 2 years.
She'll replace Ananda or Ananda?
This actually is hollow inside. Okay. So I sting each other with words. Different directions, the 16 cardinal points on the compass become actually the energy. Now if this you have been doing again and again and again and again, when that final exhalation, because we all leave the body on the first to become your second nature or rather first nature. So this would be, and because this is a very guide that guards this, and she is the divine midwife. So she decides whether you can escape or whether you are. This was part of it. So whichever, there were so many of these inside, and all had got destroyed by the Selvadovai niece. He was a young boy, a teenager. And my father found his kid not trained at all. Not trained at all. Not trained at all. The natural talent, and my father would brought out and said, this is what I want, and they would work together.
So I have to say, we just came from Savitri.
Yes.
Your father found a better artist than the mother who found
I don't like to say those things, but I feel the same thing, because I'm like
This is
and the moment he got the job, because he tried and he never had that skill, I think.
So I asked her to write the article, mixing everything.
So as you know, Lord Ganesha at the beginning, we worship Lord Ganesha every time. As I said, we go with the knock, knock, knock 3 times and going with the chanting Om Ganapatye Namaha to the Hura, the elephant face. And so you can see the mudras when she is doing for the ears. This is the Bodhakam we call. So when she is doing the position like that, so just giving the idea so that you can enjoy when she is describing about Lord Ganesha and the whole item. Ganapati Jayam Jayam Jaya Jaya Ganapati Ganapati Jayam Jayam Jaya Jaya Ganapati Ganapati Jayam Jayam Jaya 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 Ganapati Gana Ganapati Jaya Jaya 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 Ganapati to change because he is the transmission, giving the transmission. No? So then when he is dancing happily, Ananda, very special, the Paurnami, the full moon at the Vyasa Paurnami, sage Vyasa's birthday, he born, again his circle was the full circle again in the full moon, plus Arudra Darshans, and get the darshan of Lord Shiva's blissful dance. So that's also describing that with the Shiva and Shakti dance, and that puja also coming up. அந்த வேடிக்கை காணக்கண் ஆகிரம் வேண்டாமோ கொண்டா அந்த வேடிக்கை காணக்கண் ஆகிரம் வேண்டாமோ ஆகிரம் வேண்டாமோ ஆடி கொண்டா அந்த வேடிக்கை காணக்கண் ஆயிரம் வேண்டாமோ ஆடி கொண்டார் அந்த புலித்தோலத்தை நாட புலித்தோலத்தை நாட பெண்கள் இந்திய மாமழாட சபைகளே ஆடி கொண்டார் ஆயிரம் வேண்டாமோ So how you use all the angas. So with the expression we do, because we have the abhinaya part, we got to look here when we are doing only the adults with focus bit. So brought it in the individual form also. Guru Mahima, Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima, Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima.
You know this place? You don't know this place? You know it, right? Namaha. Om Sam Sing Sam Subramanyaya Namaha. Om Yom Vyomaya Vidmahe Susrushmaha Prachodayate Om Gurunada Namostute Shri Gurunada Namostute Nandi Gurunada Namostute Chinmaya Gurunada Namostute Gurunada Namostute Nila Gurunada Namostute Yanta Gurunada Namostute Gurunada Namostute Nitra Gurunada Namostute Moksha Gurunada Namostute Ada Gurunada Namostute Nirankara Gurunada Namostute Prakasha Gurunada Namostute Namostute Viveka Gurunada Namostute Namostute Om Gurunada Namostute. And with your blessings, ma? Please come. You can come one by one and just simplify the process.
Mageshwari.
Nice to see your arm healed.
What Brahma?
Best photos. So we always have the best group photos. Because when you see what people do is they say cheese. So it gives enough time for people to all come together in harmony. So this was going My father was very outspoken.